Hello YouTube, Pear-Shaped Brit here. You've probably told by the title, I went to see Deadpool on Sunday. It was amazing! Sorry, that was a bit loud. This was amazing! It was amazing! Okay, I'm acting a bit like it was in Star Wars where I just kept going squeak. Oh my god, it was brilliant. Going into this, I had massive high hopes. I know Ryan Reynolds is a massive fan of Deadpool and he wanted to get Deadpool right. He hated what they did to him in Origins and he was always going to be perfect for the part. As soon as we saw the leak for the trailer, I was like, I'm going to see this. I'm going to pay full price for the ticket. And I did not regret it. It was amazing. I loved it. The film was absolutely fantastic. From the opening credits, you knew it was going to be a proper Deadpool film. The opening credits, I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to spoil it. Opening credits, when it opens up, you get a bit where, you know, they always put people's names and the actress who's playing the characters. Instead of putting the names on the characters, you can tell it's almost like Deadpool's narrating it because it goes, British bad guy, super sexy man, gorgeous lady, a bunch of morons. I don't want to swear. There was a bit of swearing in the opening titles and I do not want to swear, so I can't complete. It was a freeze frame of the scene that you all saw in the leaked footage. You had really good equal parts between Deadpool and the actual character behind it, Wade Wilson. Ryan Reynolds just plays the character amazingly well. He was fantastic. I loved it. It is very bloody. There's gratuitous sex scenes, the language. It's Deadpool. This was Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds, thank you. The effects, the practical effects, they don't shy away from what happens to Deadpool. It's amazing. I just love it. There was a lot of fourth wall breaking. Like there's little bits of the scene and then he eventually just breaks a fourth wall. I think within like the first or second scene that you see. Ryan Reynolds overplays the character and it's great. There's one bit where he's chasing the bad guy and he gets stopped from interrogating him by Colossus and one of the newer X-Men girls who's got this really long name which Deadpool takes a massive Michael out of and it's brilliant. I can't actually remember, it's teenage warhead weapon or something. It's really stupid. And he calls out how, my god, that's a super amazing name, man. It's just plain and boring. Do you want it as well? But I loved it. But there's a bit where they're talking and Colossus, oh my god, they have Colossus and he's adorable and I love him. He's so Colossus. I'm just like, I love you. Colossus is one of my favourite X-Men. I do apologise. Colossus is talking to him, trying to stop him from doing whatever it was he was doing. And then the other X-Men turns around and goes, hey, he's run away. And then Deadpool stops, does that and goes, and goes, and it was amazing. Like, it looks really silly when I do it, but there's a way that Ryan Reynolds did it and the way they've made his mask look and they've done his eyes, that they're so expressive despite them being white in the mask. I love it. It was amazing. There was lots of fourth wall breaking. There are lots of references. There is reference to Batman and Robin from the 1960s TV series. I reference DC in a Marvel film. That's Deadpool all the way, isn't it? It's amazing. Is it Oscar worthy? No. But you don't want it to be Oscar worthy. You want it to be fun. You want it to be Deadpool. You want it to be having so much fun with the stupidity that is the superhero films. It's fantastic. But there were touching moments. This might be a bit of a spoiler, so I will say spoiler at the moment. Wade Wilson's character, before he becomes a mutant and he becomes Deadpool, actually contracted a really severe case of cancer which spread through his entire body. They don't shy away from that in this film. They really don't. There's this moment where Wade Wilson is really happy and you're like, oh, this is adorable, it's all gonna go wrong, but it's so adorable. Oh wow, that went fast. It's such a touching moment and it's so sweet and you're just like, you're not a good person, but I feel for you. You would think with the Deadpool film it would just be entirely of Deadpool and little bits of Wade Wilson, but instead they did it kind of almost 60-40. There was a lot of Wade Wilson and about 40% Deadpool, but I think that was great because at the end of the day, Wade Wilson and Deadpool, they basically are the same person. You know, Wade Wilson has been through so much rubbish and what happened to him to turn him into Deadpool, that he's just kind of lost his mind and he's never getting it back. I cannot remember most of the characters' names, so I do apologise because it's just so amazing and I was just squealing all the way. Wade Wilson's love interest. It's a shame they kind of made her a part-time prostitute and that she also works in a strip bar with this ridiculous costume. But to be honest, she's a really good character. She's super fun. She has the same kind of pop culture reference attitude that Wade Wilson shows you in at the beginning as they start his origin story with her, and she's amazing. She holds up to Ryan Reynolds really well. And again, there's this great bit where again, this is going to be a bit of a spoiler, so I do apologise, but I have to talk about it because it's amazing. There's a bit where they're in the hospital and they're talking to the doctors, and you can see that Wade has just shut down, you know, and he's like, well, this is it, because it's about stage 3 terminal cancer, and they don't know if there's any way they can save them, and he's just looking at her and she takes charge. She's coming up with loads of plans, and he says, you know, she's the type of person that will come up from plan A all the way to plan Z, and you can tell from just how she does it. She is amazing. I want to see more of her. I would actually like to see her in a superhero film because I think she would be awesome as a superhero. The girl who plays the younger X-Men is amazing and clearly was having a bash, but had to make, she's like the super surly teen, and she's clearly playing it up to the max. But again, like the people they picked, the casting was amazing. Oh, I've got to talk about this one scene. Deadpool decides, as he's trying to escape the X-Men because they're dragging him to prison, he cuts his hand off, and you see it. It is amazing and it is gross, and there's a bit at the end where it's amazing anyway. But there's another side character, this blind lady, and the first bit you meet her is when he's trying to clean off blood on his white, and she goes, "Wear red, moron." And she goes, she misses cocaine, and it just cracked me up. And then apparently it turns out they're now staying together. It's again a bit of a spoiler, but there's a bit where you watch his hand grow, and it's this tiny child's baby hand on this grown-ass man, and then he just touches her. And it sounds so stupid, and it's so funny. You need to see this film. If you're looking for a superhero film that is tongue-in-cheek, but is still aimed at adults, Deadpool is your film. He was so fun. It was such a fun film. I was determined to see this film. I wanted to pay full price for it. I wanted to say, I want films like this aimed at me as an adult. Yeah, the ones aimed at a slightly younger audience are fine, but you know what? Have you read some of the comics? I wouldn't let my 10-year-old read them. Certainly not. It's worth the full price ticket of whatever cinema you go to. If you can't afford it, then do try to go cinema that can offer you like temporary deals. As I said, I've got 2 local cinemas, technically free if I go all the way to Exeter. I actually did go to Paddington for this one because they had great views. The View had great time showings from about 9:05 in the morning on a Sunday. So I got to see Deadpool at like lunchtime, which was great. But it's worth it. It's amazing. This needs to be supported. I want a sequel because they're bringing in Cable. And that ain't no spoiler because it's already been spoiled. They're bringing in Cable for the sequel. I want to see it. We need the second film to be like made like next year because I want to see more Deadpool. Apart from the films, I did see another one, which is what I'm going to talk about. But until then, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, YouTube.